Welcome back. It is that time of year again. Students in some of the largest school districts in the country, including right here in New York, go back to class today, which means most students should be back to school by now.
Yeah.
But this fall, we need to talk about more than just school supplies, schedules. We need to debate school choice, parents' rights, and what's really being taught in America's classrooms.
Yeah, there's a lot to discuss here. And school choice evangelist Corey DeAngelis is stepping into the national spotlight, visiting with First Lady Melania Trump in the White House this afternoon for a task force meeting on AI education. He joins us now to discuss this. Senior fellow at the American Culture Project and author of The Parent Revolution, Corey DeAngelis. Great to see you this morning, Corey. So I'd like to start with your initial reaction to getting this major invitation. What can you share with us on today's meeting?
Yeah, this is a huge honor to join Melania Trump in her rolling out her initiative to have a contest for AI in education. It provides an incentive for students all across the country to solve a problem in their community using artificial intelligence. Look, some people may be skeptical about AI, but that genie is already out of the bottle. There's no putting it back in. It's already kind of developed into our everyday communication. I was talking to my wife the other day at the kitchen table, and she basically didn't ask me, did I Google something? It was, hey, did you ask Grok if that was correct? So we need to be able to be competitive at an international scale. We need to, as Americans, be able to be proficient in math, but at the same time, be able to use tools that are available before us. Look, throughout history, we've been concerned about things like calculators when they were introduced, computers when they were introduced, but looking back, we've seen that technology has helped us become more prosperous. So we don't want AI to replace education and learning how to do math, but we do need to be able to use this tool to our advantage to be competitive internationally.
Yeah, Corey, you and I have known each other for a while, and I know you to be one of the biggest champions of school choice that there is. And normally we talk about school choice on a state level. But you scored a nationwide school choice win as part of President Trump's one big, beautiful bill, which we're now calling the Working Class Tax Cuts bill. But what can you tell us about this victory and what it means for parents across the country?
Promises made, promises kept. So President Trump ran on passing nationwide school choice, and it got across the finish line. He signed it very recently in the big, beautiful bill. And look, it allows governors to opt in to the provision to allow their constituents to benefit. But I think it's going to kind of roll out kind of like the federal highway funding and how it is tied to the 21 drinking age. If Democrat governors like Kathy Hochul in New York say, I'm not going to let my constituents benefit from this, the reality is, regardless of whether they opt in, every constituent, every American can donate to these scholarships. If the Democrats want to shoot themselves in the foot in California and New York and not allow their constituents to actually get the scholarships, they're going to end up subsidizing parents in my home state of Texas and other red states as well, where the governors obviously are very supportive of school choice. The GOP has basically emerged as the parents' party, and that's why Trump won the parent vote by 9 points. He's with the will of the people. Parents want to choose their schools. They don't want to send their kids back to school this year to institutions where they feel like they're being brainwashed with far-left ideology. They don't want to send their kids to unsafe institutions. And in places like Illinois, there's not a single kid proficient in 80 public schools in the state of Illinois, despite them spending $25,000 a kid. It's time to give those kids an opportunity to get a better future.
Yeah, it's really concerning when you look at the stats and what's really happened to the school system here in America over the last few years. And just in time for the school year, we know the attacks from the teachers' union bosses are heating up as well during a Labor Day march and rally in Chicago. American Federation of Teachers President Randy Weingarten got a little heated. Take a listen to this.
Why are these demands not the demands of every single politician in Washington? This is what creates dignity. This is what creates opportunity. And this is what creates affordability.
Okay. Yeah, I know that you reacted to that as well, titling it Randy Weingarten screaming at the top of her lungs on Labor Day. What's her agenda here? Just about 30 seconds.
I mean, look, the teachers union is nothing more than a far left political arm of the Democrat Party, and it's become a money laundering operation for the Democrats too. 99% of Randy Weingarten's campaign contributions from the AFT, her union, went to Democrats. It's a money laundering operation, watch, rinse, repeat. And teachers, you know, you can leave this union. You don't have to pay people like Randy Weingarten who make over $500,000 a year. You can opt out and join the Teacher Freedom Alliance or other institutions where you don't have to give your money to Democrats through the teachers union anymore. So I'm calling on conservative and independent teachers who don't feel represented by Randy Weingarten and Becky Pringle, who just scream the whole time, to opt out and defund those institutions, starve the beast, and dismantle the union from the inside.
Yeah, that was tough to listen to. All right, Corey DeAngelis, great to listen to you this morning. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
All right, some news now from Newsmax. So Newsmax Broadcasting, the company that owns this network and other media, filed a lawsuit Wednesday in federal court against Fox News and the Fox Corporation. So the Newsmax lawsuit was filed in federal court in Florida, in the Southern District of Florida. Newsmax alleging that Fox has engaged in illegal activities to block Newsmax and other networks from appearing on cable and pay TV systems around the country. In the suit, Newsmax said that Fox's actions had led to higher cable prices for cable consumers and blocked alternative viewpoints from appearing to millions of Americans. Newsmax also alleged that Fox had engaged in other activities unbecoming